Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Welcome once again to another episode of the Digital Business Forum. We come out here every Sunday to inspire you and encourage you to start something online, to go digital, take advantage of the digital era. My name's David. I'm an advisor on cybersecurity and a digital business entrepreneur here in the US. We do have a special guest tonight, Christelle. Hey, Christelle.
Hi.
We'll give you an opportunity to come and introduce herself to you, and then we'll have a conversation with her. I would like to call in Dorothy to introduce herself for those that are watching us for the very first time. Dorothy.
Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. My name is Dorothy. If it's your first, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. If it's your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalema, and I'm from Uganda, originally, currently in the United States, a proud digital business coach and a mom. That's a brief note about me, and welcome our guest. So back to you, David.
Thanks, Dorothy, for that brief one. I'd like to usher in Christelle. So, Christelle.
Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you for having me in your Sunday program and in your community. Thank you so much. My name is Christelle. I am a mother of two. I have been in the early childhood education since 2016. First, I worked as a teacher, and my last position was a center director for an early childhood education center. As I mentioned, I'm a mother of two. And I started my business in November 2024. And this November, I celebrated 2023. And then this November, I celebrated my second anniversary in the business. And now I'm a full-time business owner since I quit my early childhood education job in May 2025.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Christelle, for that brief but interesting introduction. Christelle, you do have a background in early childhood development.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of our co-hosts, Ferry, is also in early childhood development from Uganda. She joins us once in a while. Yeah, very interesting career and very fulfilling dealing with those little ones.
Yes.
You mentioned that you have quit your job and you found something online that you're doing, and it's been 2 years already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So could you elaborate on your journey into this digital business space and what motivated you to join or to go digital?
So when I first started this business, I was still a teacher. So it was my plan B. But from day one, I treated it as a plan A because I knew that this business will replace my current job. So it was never an option for me, this business. From day one, I treated it as a plan A. What made me start is my sister actually started 2.5 years before me. When she got introduced to this business opportunity, she mentioned it to me. I was very skeptical, like probably a lot of people out there. And I said, no, I don't want to learn about it. I didn't watch the webinar. I didn't join the 30 days trial for 2.5 years. Just watching my sister doing her thing, observing her, seeing her grow. But I was skeptical for 2 years and a half until one time my mom came over and she mentioned that, her month she made a very big income. And then when she said that, I was like, huh, now I'm curious. I really want to know what is it about. So I reached out back to her and I said, you know what? I think I'm ready this time to learn. So I watched the webinar. I joined the 30 days trial, and ever since it's been a ongoing success and growth for sure. What made me choose it is because, like you said, it's being a teacher is a very fulfilling uh, career. You help kids grow and you are a big part of their life. But then I noticed that, okay, now when I go home, I don't have energy for my own kids. And then I was like, okay, this is not fair. I'm helping other people's kids grow and learn and develop. And then by the time I get home and my kids ask me to play with them, I don't have energy for my own kids. I was like, this is not fair. So that was probably another like reason why, the main reason why I reached out back to my sister. Like, okay, she's been doing it for 2 years and a half. She's making good income. She's a nurse. So if she can do it, why not me? And then that was the shift that happened in my life and made me join the business.
Thank you so much, Christelle. Family influence, your sister.
Yes.
Great
Yeah.
one. That's a good one. You are blessed that you did have people, to watch, develop, or
Observe.
to observe. Because there's so many
And
people. Yeah, there's so many people that come out here and they just took a chance. They just watch YouTubes or have known of other people that are trying something digital, and it can be really interesting how people get motivated. What turns their minds to say, okay, we're going digital.
yes. And these people are very brave, and that is why we have different community pages depending on which stage you are at. That's why we have our community pages where you go on there and then you observe people like me and you and everyday people, and you get to learn about these people on our community pages. And I would like to emphasize that our community pages has everyday people like me and you. They're not, experts in business or marketing. They learn just like me and you, and they succeeded. So if we can do it, they can do it too.
Right. Right. Wow. The beauty of what that influence was for you is that there was a lot that was shared with you. You were able to also tell that there is a community,
Mhm.
um, of people, of like-minded entrepreneurs, people that are doing the business or are at different stages, so you could actually grow to learn or understand the business better. And probably make up your mind. So that is something. Dorothy, do you have anything you'd like to, I don't know, comment to this?
Um, Actually, I like the point whereby she was like, she didn't have energy for her own kids, but you had energy for others, for other people's
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
And really, any parent, I think, I don't know how I could express, I don't know even how I can explain that, but what I understand, parents, you can relate to that, how painful it is. And I'm
Yes.
glad that finally you're here. Finally, you had to choose something which is beyond just making money, beyond just, I realized that some of the professions, it's kind of a calling, right?
Mhm.
Taking care of little kids. Sometimes we have our own kids, but there's where you feel like this is another full-time job to me. And I'm glad that you finally had a solution and you jumped on it. That's really powerful. However, while you're on that journey, I always call it a journey because looking for something whereby it can tick all your boxes. It's another journey, right? So how have you been able to identify that this is a good opportunity? We know there's a lot of opportunities out there, and well, you saw your sister doing it and you were just observing, but what is that point where you felt like, I think this is now the right time, this is the opportunity for me?
Yeah. So when you look at it and then you see that, first of all, it's a legit business, it's taxable because a lot of people are worried that it's a scam. There is nothing taxable and it's a scam. Like taxable and scam just don't mix
Don't
together.
mix.
Just doesn't make sense. And then when I saw, so I am originally from Lebanon. My husband is from Egypt. We like to travel to go visit our family. We like to travel in general. Like we like to go to, like we've been to Mexico, to Thailand, to Greece. We like to travel. And then when I saw that, okay, this is a business that can go with me places. When we went to Egypt this summer, my business was still running for me. I was still able to connect with the leads and people that were interested. When I saw that, when I started seeing like, okay, there are checks coming in the mail, like, okay, I am actually making money.
Right.
And when I saw that I can pick up and drop off my kids without freaking out, and I have to make sure that I can leave work for 10 minutes and then come back and then go back and pick up, I was like, okay, this is actually flexible. So I am able to travel. I am able to make money from home. I am able to be present for my kids, and it's a legit business. That
Wow.
checks all the boxes for me.
Wow, that's so wonderful. David, do you want to say something on that before we can go ahead?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think our points are pretty straight forward and clear. Once you give yourself an opportunity to do the due diligence, you'll discover that there are businesses online
Mhm.
that, by us calling them legit, it means they're recognized by the state or they're recognized globally for they pay taxes. If something is paying taxes, if it's being taxed, it means it has been accepted,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
as a legitimate business.
Mhm.
So for those that haven't gone through that kind of a sieve, means there's something about them, okay. Otherwise, if it's legit business, we all know should be. I mean, it should pay tax. I think that was a very strong point for her,
Mhm.
to identify and say, well, this thing is taxable. So one of the key elements or key questions you should have while you're doing your due diligence on any business opportunity out there, find out whether it's actually uh, paying tax and it's being recognized in your state or your country or wherever you're trading from. That's a very big indicator right there. You
Mhm.
know, yeah, that's a very big indicator right there.
Yes.
Um, were there any moments at all, Christelle, when you felt like giving up, okay, while doing this business? Because I know after you seeing your sister can be a very strong person and they're doing what they're doing. But I know you came in and you had this whole mentality. This is my plan A. You came in knowing this is your plan A. It's been 2 years, okay,
Mhm.
and like any legitimate or business, um,
Excuses.
yes, there are ups and downs. We know business to have good days and bad days, and it can be a maze to try and
Mhm.
figure out things.
Mhm.
So, were there any moments when you felt like giving up, you know, and what kept motivating you?
I feel like as a human being, we all go through ups and downs in our life in general, like business or non-business. But then when you remember your why you started this business, you go back and you say, no, I am not giving up. Did I have things that made me want to give up? Yes. I had issues with my Facebook. I had mentally I was like struggling for a while. I was having a hard time. I was going through some mental struggles that people go through every now and then, and that could have been like the perfect excuse to quit, you know. But as I said, when you remember your why, you know why you started this business, you know that you will, like, every time I think that, oh, I could possibly work at a job again and have a boss, that
Right.
gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh no, I am not giving up. I'm not allowing this to happen ever again. So just remembering your why uh, keeps you disciplined and keeps you motivated and consistent. I think motivation is easy to have. Discipline, meaning creating a routine for yourself, is easy to have. The hardest thing is to stay consistent.
Right.
So if you're not consistent, you're not gonna succeed in this business. Just like when we actually had a team meeting yesterday, and I was talking about finding your why. And consistency is so important. It's like you're working out a muscle. So when you go to the gym, you want to build a muscle. You can't build a muscle by working once a month. Once a month.
No.
Your business is your muscle. You cannot grow that business by working once a week or once a month. You have to work it every day, even if it's for like just a 20-minute workout, 30-minute workout, your muscle will still grow. So consistency is the key that will help you grow like you are growing your muscle. So when your muscle grows, you have to keep working out to keep it at the muscle mass that you want. Otherwise, it's the muscle mass is going to decrease again. So your business is the same. You have to stay consistent. So whatever ups and downs go in your life, if you are focused on your why and you are staying consistent, you're never gonna give up, and your business will grow, and you're gonna have confidence and growth for sure.
All right. Thank you so much for that submission. A lesson in consistency. Yes, it comes off like a no-brainer, because they'll tell you we are not good at many things, but by consistently doing or practicing. I mean, it's out of practice. Look at the sportsmen and women. You know, they don't just come from nowhere and win gold medals. They put in time, but because we know that kind of consistency to apply to sports, we forget that in other areas of our lives as well, say in business, it's a key element that should be that should not be forgotten, or that should be practiced.
It
You know,
should be taken
even,
very seriously.
yeah, even when you feel like you don't want to be there, or you don't want to force yourself to sit at that desk and do something. Okay, you know, because again, you say motivation can be easy to find. Okay, you could have three people, family around you, and they're motivating you or pushing you. You say yourself, you have a sister that was doing digital business already, and for 2 years you didn't. You were sitting on the fence, just watching her do what she does. But you know, seeing that in a way also motivates you. So let's call that your motivation. And then the discipline. Okay, you can have your discipline, building a routine. You know, on how you do your things. You have family, you take care of your family. At the same time, you have work to do. And then obviously, because as an early childhood development, you know, person, you know for a fact that you had to be in a certain place to be able to serve. So you leave home, go to work. Okay. But then when you're doing a digital business, it means you're building a new habit and new routine where everything is happening in your house. A place you call your living room is probably now turning into your office. You have to start looking at it differently. Otherwise, you'll turn on the TV. So yeah, so you start working that discipline. That no, when I sit here, it's not about the TV. It's about my work.
You have to you have to set your your priorities. Do I want to scroll on social media for endless hours, like an hour, or do I want to open the training and work on something? Do I want to watch a TV series, or
Right.
do I want to, either read a book or work on my content for my business page? And we have so many tools that help you spend less time on your business too. Like we can help you how to plan your week, how to our training is recorded, so you can watch it whenever you get a chance. Our masterminds are recorded. You don't have to be present on the spot while it's live. You can watch it later. So it's all about setting your priorities. What do I want to do? Do I want to do this, or do I want to work on my growing my business?
Yeah, there you go. So whoever is watching us, wherever you're watching from, these principles that are kind of general. If you choose to go digital or choose to work on your, on your own, start an online business. So again, like we said, building that discipline, okay, is one thing, but then staying consistent because we
Mm-hmm.
have so many responsibilities uh, at home. Remember, you're working in the comfort of your home. You have your family there, people that you care for and care about you. So by you spending a lot of time, they'll start realizing that, you know what, um, the mom that we knew before is not the same mom that is sitting in this living room today, because
Mm-hmm.
that mom, whenever she would show up at home, it was playtime.
Yeah.
But here is mom who is not playing at certain hours of the day, you know.
It's so funny because every time my kids see me grabbing my laptop, they go, "Do you have a meeting today?" Like they
Hey,
know.
there you go.
You know, and like you saw my daughter earlier. She just like came into the office. She wanted
Right.
to say hi to my friends because she knows that I am going on a meeting. So they know, and they watch and they learn. Like
Right.
she brought her toy laptop last time, and she's like, I have a meeting today, because
Oh my God.
they
These are the
observe,
same.
they learn. And this is another, it gives me a push that I want to be the best version of myself, because I have two little kids that, even though when I think they're not paying attention, they're not focusing, no, they are
They
watching.
all, yes.
And whenever I send like a message to like a voice note to a lead or something, uh, my son keeps saying, "Hi, my name is Christelle, and I do digital marketing." Like he hears the information. And like one time I was like, "Do you know what mommy does?" He's like, "Yeah, she works business, and like she says that she has digital marketing." So you are being observed 24/7 by these kids. So you need to show them how to be disciplined and consistent.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Guess what? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Um, Kids really do watch what their parents are doing,
Yeah,
and you
sure.
better
Mhm.
be. And yeah, that's why we have to be very careful what we do or what we say in front of our own kids. Because I remember
Yes.
my dad had an insurance broking firm, but I had seen my dad work government jobs before. I mean, go to an office and work. And then at some point, he was on his own, started a broking firm in insurance, and he ran it for years. During that time, I was still in school, high school, but I remember I spent a few days with him, and I was seeing how he was doing things because I was with him at the office. I would tag along sometimes when he was going to do his appointments. Okay. And I was in some of these rooms. He taught me how to dress for the occasion. You just don't leave the house because you don't know who we're going to meet. So I had to leave the house a certain way because sometimes I was in the same room with him. You know what I mean? And then small things, but I wasn't even paying attention. For me, it was about spending some time with my father. But at the same, sometimes I would just stay in the car. Say, no, this time around, I'm going to stay in the car. I'm listening to the music. As a young man, of course. But sometimes he would insist. I didn't know what it was doing to me. Guess what? After college, do you think I looked for a job? No. I went straight ahead and started my own company at 20, I think I was about 22, 23 years. I went out, started my company, I started my hustle very young, didn't know what the world. You just come out with so much energy, and then there's a learning curve because things hit you. You have high expectations. Sometimes things don't work out, but you keep going because you. I remember seeing my dad go through this phase, and he was successful. I didn't know because sometimes I wasn't in the rooms. I don't know where he did score because there was always bread on the table. But then when I started doing business for myself, I was in the front seat, and I realized that sometimes you get the deal, sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? But the motivation that somebody ahead of me had done it and was already successful, that kept me going. So now I can understand when you say, you know what, our kids are watching. But you were lucky you had your sister who was doing the business. So that's motivation again for you. That's why I call you one in a million. If you have somebody that has, that has ushered you into the business, and this is your family, it really changes the play field for you.
It helps, but you have to have I would say my sister gave me 20%. She put me on the right road, but then I had to work on it too. So if you already have a coach, a mentor, or a family member that already started their business, it's amazing because they will set you on track. But if you don't work, my sister's not going to do the business for me. My sister's not going to create content for me. She's not going to do the training for me. So she put me on the right road, but it is my journey to walk it. So yes, having someone is amazing, but it's you. It's your business, and you're going to make it grow. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
And again, that's where your why comes in.
Yes, absolutely.
The reason you're doing it, that's where your why comes in. Because, like you said, somebody can show you the way, and you know that, you know what, this way is going to relieve me of the stress, the pressure that I've been going through on my regular job. I'm going to be able to have control of the way I earn, the flexibility of income and time, and be in the lives of my people. That's one thing. But they're not going to move the needle for you. So they're going to show you, but the rest is on you. So that's why I'm, again, at the end of the day, I say, you know what, to have somebody that is already winning, their wins help you to, believe and realize that I think I'm in the right place. You have coaching, you have mentorship. And then yourself, your why, syncing with your motivation, discipline, and consistency, then moves you, moves you from that place where you say, okay, I'm starting the business, to see yourself do a year, do 2 years, and say I'm scoring, and this is my success. So. Dorothy, anything you'd like to comment, add on?
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate to have you here. You realize that there is that main point where you spoke about muscle, and on my journey, I realized that focus is the muscle, and you will end up seeing that the more you exercise, the more you become strong. That's the reason as to why the example you gave, that you cannot work once a month and you expect to be paid like a person who has been reporting almost every day. So simply means, do you want to be busy or you want to be productive, right? If you want to be busy, you will just keep on moving. There's a movement from one job to another, from one boss to another, doing many things. But if you're productive, you will end up having doing the right thing because you are productive. Busy, just kind of you doing activities, but if you're productive, you will see those outcomes at the end of the day. I liked that point of a muscle because I think it's, no matter, even if it's not business, even if you go to the gym, you cannot have exercise for tummy. yet you're a bodybuilder, right? So while scrolling through your phone, start to focus. What is the reason of why you're scrolling? If you went there for something, focus on that. If you're doing your, you're trying to start up something, late on something or anything, distract you. And thank you so much for that submission. The other thing is that were there any challenges or technical challenges in the development of or maintenance of your digital online platforms? And if you had, how did you get to overcome these challenges or any obstacles? Because we know you are from, the baby boom boom, and then now you're here with technology. So were there any challenges? And if you had, how did you get to overcome those challenges?
I honestly don't feel like I had challenges because the training is video based. So I just like followed it. And now it is translated to, I believe, like 105 languages. So there are no excuses. It's video based. You watch it, you follow it, you can switch it to any language you're comfortable with. So this is not an excuse. My sister was a coach at that time, so if I had questions, I was able to reach out to her. I found a business partner on the team that I clicked with her right away, and then we became very close. So we had started the business at the same time, so we were like walking that path together. So personally, luckily, I did not feel like there was challenges. Um, there was a small incident. I don't like to talk about it a lot because I don't want people to freak out, but like my business page got hacked after I ran like my first ad, and I had two people join from that ad, and then I had to start all over. That was the moment where I like questioned myself. I was like, is this meant to be for me? Is this a sign from God that I should quit? But then I'm like, you know what? No, he put that vision in me and he put that opportunity in front of me, and I'm gonna go all the way. So I just started all over, and that was not very fun, but it was not an excuse for me to, quit. So that's the only thing that was a little bit not so fun. But as of technicalities, it was pretty easy because, as I said, the training is very helpful and very simple for everyday people to follow.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Sorry about that, but you finally had a solution, right? So it's up and running, right?
Yes,
Perfect. So
yes. That was when I first started 2 years ago.
yeah, I see. Wow. I always tell people
Yeah.
challenges, it's just a stepping stone, basically helping you even to grow when it comes to business, right? And how did you feel the day you decided to quit your job? Because I know your journey, you spoke about quitting your job. And how can you explain to us that feel? And on top of that, how did you get to say that, okay, me and job, I'm done. Let me concentrate on my business. Because I remember my journey quitting my job. I reached on an extent whereby talking to my clients, I need to run to the bathroom. I'm like, wait a second, I'm building my own thing, but then I have to hide, So I'm like, no, this is not worth it. I need now to concentrate on my business. So what is your journey? Because, we went to school, get our degrees, those academic documents. Sometimes it's very hard. So for you, how did you go about that?
I was scared because, like you said, we go to college. We are wired that you go to school, go to college, get a job, and that was my life pattern. And then when you break that pattern, when you get out of that comfort zone, you feel scared because your brain is like, okay, you're doing something unsafe. What are you doing? But then growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So when I submitted my 2-week notice, first thing I said, I was like, I'm done making other people rich. Now it's time
Wow.
to make myself rich, because I did not feel appreciated. I was put in a box like, okay, this is how we want you to think. This is what we want you to do. Basically, you cannot expand your wings and do more creative, more open things. So I kind of felt trapped in a box. So I said, I don't think this is the right place for me anymore. So put in my 2 week notice. I remember that night I sent the email and I like cried. I was like, okay, did I do the right thing? But then the support that you get from the community was amazing. My team were very supportive. Rawan Radwan was like one of the amazing people that was very supportive. And I remember I went on a call with her, and like the second she asked me like, how are you doing, I just like started crying. I was like, I'm so scared. She's like, what are you afraid of? I was like, is this the right choice? Like, am I gonna be able to fund my business? Like, is this the right thing? And then we like talked about it, and that was like a free session for me that, if I wanted to go and have a life coaching session, it probably would have been like a $250. But this is the importance and the amazing thing about our community is that you have people that support you for free, and they're just here to be there for you. So breaking that comfort zone was scary, but like I said, growth happens outside of comfort zone.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. While you were submitting, I saw something in you, and let's see if you can help us. Like, what's that one thing you wish every mom, like every mom knew about building wealth? Like, what
About
is
what?
building wealth? What is the one thing? Because according to what you submitted, it's kind of like, okay, however much it's a hard decision for now, talking to my sister and everything, but then you're seeing something bigger than just having this paycheck. What advice can you give mothers out there about building wealth?
Uh, I feel like moms are put in a certain role that they feel like they need to stay in it. Okay, like my job as a mom is to take care of my family, my kids, my house. I have to work. If I don't, like, I work to support financially. If I am a stay-at-home mom, my whole focus should be home and kids, and then we tend to forget about ourselves. So my thing that I would like to tell parents, tell moms specifically, is that think about yourself. Start putting yourself first. Think about your personal growth. Start about creating something that gives you meaning to your life. I've like the person that I connected with in our team, she was a stay-at-home mom for 14 years, and then she was feeling like she forgot her identity, she forgot who she was, and then she feels that this business was like a CPR for her. It just like gave her life again. Financially, yes, it is supporting her, but the it gave her more meaning to her life, and she wakes up with a purpose. Like, okay, I have content I need to create today. We have a meeting that we need to host today. So just having a purpose. So, like I said, my message to moms is that now it's the time to think about yourself too.
Wow, thank you so much for that submission. I know
Yeah.
parents, mothers, we always forget about ourselves, right? Yet
Yeah,
we are the
yes.
engine, we are the vehicles. So before you know it, you need to focus on yourself first. I remember when I used to work my two jobs and I had a back problem. My mom once told me that, do you know that you're the vehicle? Once you break down, everything is gonna stop. So you can't go anywhere. It means even if you're thinking that you want your kids to be better, you're working for your kids, it's just one click away your vehicle to stop. You need to oil change, even the real vehicles, we take them for change. So thank you so much for that submission. And back to you, David.
Thank you so much. Christelle, I do want to comment on something, on a question that Dorothy asked you earlier on, and that's whether you faced any challenges. And yes, you mentioned that along the way you you succumb to a hack. So whoever is watching us out there, when you choose to do business online, it's a different playfield from what you're used to, let me just clearly put it this way. If you do an 8 to 5 where you leave your home and go to work, okay, there are risks on the road, whether you're driving or taking an Uber or a train. That's already a risk, okay? But we believe it's a calculated risk because we have road rules and regulations to follow, speed limits. But things happen on the roads every day, okay? It's a risk that that we take to get there. Sometimes cars will break down. That's a risk. So look at it this way. If you're going to do a digital business, sometimes you get hacked. That's a risk, okay? But coming from a security background, in cybersecurity, this is what I can say. I don't want you to take it in the light that, oh man, there are risks here. Oh man, there are less risks there. There are best practices that we keep talking about. Like if you create an account on Gmail, your email, right? If you create an account on Gmail, that's a risk. If you create an account on Facebook, I believe right now you're watching us on Facebook, that's already a risk. You can wake up one morning and that page is gone. YouTube, Instagram, wherever. I'm just talking about pretty much cloud resources, anything that's on the web.
Yeah.
But there are workarounds. They'll tell you, okay, use two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication means, I'm not trying to turn this into a technology show, but I just want to throw some of these things out there because you might not have this. It's been brought up on the show that yes, there can be risks, but there are ways to go around it, and you know about these things, but we just don't do them. We get lazy. Two-factor authentication, it means something you know and something you have. Something you know is your user password to sign into your account, but there's also something you have like your phone, where a second line of security can be performed. They send you a code. That's two-factor authentication. So
and I did that after, and I learned my lesson. It was a hard lesson to learn, but this is what happens. Like, you learn and you grow. And after that, I had created one that, now it's very much secured.
Now you have two-factor authentication. Exactly. So this is what I wanted to bring out there, because it's a learning curve. Some people I got hit myself. I'm telling you, I'm in cybersecurity, but I lost my Facebook account once too. But I caught it early enough. I woke up in the morning and I couldn't sign in. I was wondering what was going on. I worked it. It's not easy, but it's doable. You have to communicate to Facebook. You have to do certain things. You have to verify who you are, that actually this belongs to you. They'll ask you questions back and forth. And if you check off their boxes, they'll reverse, and you can always do password change, two-factor authentication, and you're good. But it happens to everybody. So, but that's the playground. If you go digital, you just have to learn the rules of operating safely in that environment. Okay. Same way, if you have to take a train or the BART train, they'll tell you don't step beyond the line because you might just get hit. These are things you have to know as you're waiting. Stay behind the line because you're in the train spot. It's safe. Rules and regulations to help you navigate safely and move safely on the BART. Rules and regulations and best practices to help you operate a digital business. I mean, you just have to be alert that it's that you know, there are things for you to learn. There are things for you to learn so you can operate safely. Thank you for pointing it out, because again, it reminds us that we just have to be diligent and you know, learn how to navigate the new play fields, you know. So I just wanted to put that out there, and thank you for sharing it. And also, before we can let you go, I realize we're at the mark of the hour. Usually our show ends at 3 p.m. But can you share any valuable lessons or insights you've gained from your experience, your 2 years experience as an online business owner? Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to wrap this interview by saying first is believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, all the doors will open up for you. Stay consistent. Consistency is the key. There are so many people that start their business, but they lose sight of their why, and then they abandon the business. It's a great opportunity. It's a great business opportunity. It works for those who are willing to work with it. The business runs for you 90%, but you have to do that 10%. If you don't do that 10%, you're not gonna reach the 100% to see success. So stay consistent, stay focused, like Dorothy said, and believe in yourself. I think this is the thing that I lack the most is at the beginning, is that believing in myself, believing that I can do things, that I can become something, that I can actually start a business and continue in it. Because before this business, I tried to do many physical businesses, and I bought things and I wanted to sell things, and things are still in my garage now, but I always failed because, you know, I didn't have the community support that I needed, and I wasn't consistent, and my why at that time wasn't very clear to me. So knowing your why, staying consistent, staying focused, and, you know, believing in yourself.
All right.
Thank you so much, Christelle. Thank you for sharing those
Thank you.
insights with our people. Very, very key elements. Stay consistent. I know there's automation, 90% will be automated. The 10% is for you to do, to move that needle so you can do the 100%. Believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself. You can do it. If you can't do it, who am I to say you can? So you have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what your capabilities are. If you tell me you can do it, I believe you can do it. If you tell me you can do it, I can't say you can, because you just said you can't. So if you believe in yourself, then it helps. It helps it helps your process as well. Above all, I would like to add one last key element that I'm borrowing from former guest here. Say, take action. Take action. We can do everything. We can stay consistent. We have automation, but if you're just taking in information and you never take action on anything, nothing ever moves until you take action on things. Okay, from wherever you're watching us, look in the description. In the description is a link, and that's a link to a website. If you want to know more about online business and how this opportunity can change your life, and how what you need to get started, click on that link in the bio. It will take you to a website. Register for a free 20 minutes video that will explain what the process is and what you need to do, and give you some 30-day free trial and access to a 30-day free trial. You'll be able to see how to move to that point. And if this is an opportunity that you're cut out to do, then take action. If you find this is just another opportunity out there, and you think you can do better or you can find better, then you can always continue to on your journey of searching for greatness. But otherwise, It's been a pleasure having you here, Christelle. I would like
Thank
to have Dorothy give us some last comments or so before we can close. Dorothy.
All right. So as David said, if you want to know more information, just go to the description. You can go to bio, type in your name. You will always find a link. It doesn't matter even if you find it at Christelle, even if you find it David or my page, all it's the same information. So we are here always. Be informed to what we want you to be informed and be inspired because the world is changing. If you
Yes.
don't change with the world, I don't know. What are you waiting to change? Okay. So back to you, David. Today I don't have a lot to say, and I love you all. Let's meet next week, Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, Christelle, it's been a pleasure to host you tonight. I hope you can still make time in the near future. We would love to bring you on so many topics we'd like to discuss. You have experience with early childhood development. We'd like to put all that experience and knowledge to use. So don't don't hesitate to come next time we make a call. But it's been such a pleasure to have you tonight. And for those that are watching us, we're saying join us again next week, next Sunday, same time, and that's 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. For our people in Europe, that's 10 p.m. GMT. Until next time, we say bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and